sure this is good. All right, shalom, shalom. Okay, perfect. Hold up. Right there. All right, to the east. Let's get started. All praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and bishops of GMS that rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. Shalom to you sincere Ahtham out there pushing and preaching this 100% doctrine. 144,000 men, all as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children. Shalom to the sincere Ahtham out there pushing this truth, this doctrine. All right, Tabernacle of David. So, hey, in the news, we're going to do a quick in the news, and I'm just get into it, man. This happened about 5 days ago. Let's go.
Community is mourning after the death of 4 people, including a teenage girl. 15-year-old Jenna Newcomb's mother says she died protecting her sister and a friend. 49-year-old Jay Larson, a mail carrier in the area working his route when he was killed. And according to police, the first 2 victims were 63-year-old Ramona and her son Jacob. Jacob and the suspect were friends, the shoebox. They lived just down the street from each other. Local officials offer their sympathy and support to the victims' families and the community. Winnebago County Board Chairman Joseph Shirelli says this crime hits close to home for him as he represented the area during his time as an alderman.
Going back in time and serving them and having neighborhood meetings in that exact area where these murders occurred, knowing the quality of their minds and their hearts, how they only want the best for our community, and to be in a position of this tragedy is unimaginable for me. So my sincerest gratitude for them, for keeping their strength and helping assist the first responders, and my sincerest condolences to the people who lost their families in this area.
Police call the investigation multi-level with an extensive amount of moving parts. There are several different crime scenes within just a few blocks of the Southeast Rockford neighborhood. David Greenberg is live near where the first attack occurred on Holmes. David, this is where the mother and son were found stabbed to death inside their home.
All right, before he goes into it, I want to get a scripture. We're going to go to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So basically, everything, nothing is by chance. Everything happens because Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi ordains it to happen. So, as they're going to go into in this video, this man is basically going on a rampage, right? Something that you would, do on like a GTA game, all right? Where you just straight chaos. As they're going to describe the events, he's going to go from house to house, breaking in and seeking to destroy anyone that's in the vicinity, of the residents. So it's definitely, man, these are the spirits created for vengeance. When we talking about possessed with uncontrollable rage, we've seen it in Babylon many times before, man. Okay, the mass shootings, the just all over. You've seen it many times before. So I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah, maybe this, the accused suspect, Christian Ivan Soto, lived just 5 houses down from where this scene all began. And in a matter of a half an hour, he's accused of killing 4 people and injuring 7 others. At approximately 1:15 p.m. Wednesday, March 27th, police were notified of an individual being run over and possibly stabbed at 2316 Holmes Street. According to the criminal complaint, witnesses saw Christian Ivan Soto chasing Jacob Schubeck, hitting him and possibly stabbing him with a knife before entering a pickup truck in the driveway and running the victim over.
Jacob was observed getting up and running back into his residence. Soto was observed running back into 2316 Holmes Street and exiting a short time later.
Police later finding Soto had stabbed and killed Jacob Schubeck and his mother, Ramona Schubeck, inside the home.
Dang.
After taking off in the Chevy pickup truck, Soto reportedly then runs over letter carrier Jay Larson with the vehicle in the 2200 block of Winnetka Drive, stabbing him multiple times before driving over him, again with the truck. The 25-year veteran of the U.S. Postal Service later dying at a local hospital. One witness describing the attack to police.
He heard them.
So let's get some more of that. All right. 39, Sirach 39 and 29. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. All right. The sword can be considered your modern day, what you would call, the stick, the blinky, whatever. Also a dagger, which is stabbing, right? That's a knife, that's a sword as well. Anything that you're taking upon someone else and you're doing damage with it, right? With intent to, basically take their life out, man. So that's the sword. All right. They shall rejoice in his commandment. Whose commandment? Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. And they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So it be these evil angels, angels on the left side, death angels going forth, Salakia, to carry out this vengeance. These are spirits created for vengeance. Right? All the works of Salakia, 39 and 32. Therefore, from the beginning, I was resolved and thought upon these things and have left them in writing. All the works of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season. So you can't look at Yahawah and be like, why is he taking out Jacob and Ramona and Jay, right? This dude is a postal clerk, I believe, of 25 years, right? He was just on his route. Do you understand how quick judgment can pass? He was just at the plantation doing his job, delivering mail. He didn't know that he was going to be unalive that day. He didn't know what his day was going to entail, that he wasn't going to make it back home to see his wife and family, right? These spirits created from vengeance are going to get you at the end of the day, man. This is why we fear Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and we repent, all right? And we keep these laws and commandments and statutes to the best of our ability. We live in fear of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi always, brothers and sisters. Let's keep it going.
Man yelled for him to call the police. As he dialed 911, he observed the suspect begin to walk towards his front door. He said he quickly locked the front door at that point and continued to watch the incident through his window.
The witness says Soto then runs off on foot, breaking into 4803 Cleveland Avenue, where Darlene Weber was letting her dog out. After stabbing Weber near the eyes, Soto attacks her son Jacob and daughter Kathy inside, both reportedly sustaining injuries to the head and face as they're able to fight off Soto. Soto then breaks into 4715 Cleveland Avenue through an unlocked back door, finding a softball bat in the kitchen. 3 young girls inside are on spring break, having a sleepover, watching a movie when Soto finds them in a basement bedroom, killing a 15-year-old girl, critically injuring the other 2.
The suspect then came down.
Anyone could get it. 3 teenage females chilling, slumber party, and this dude is on a murderous rampage, and he's like, okay, who's next? Going from house, literally, we look at the map, man. This dude is literally going from house to house, right? And these times are going to be heightened. These things are going to be heightened, right? These spirits that are created from vengeance are going to be let loose even more. Look at what CERN is doing. That's also in the news. CERN is about to go forth and bring, what do they call it in Stranger Things? That the collider, man. Basically they're trying to open a portal to let wicked spirits through. Okay? They're gonna do that during the eclipse. Alright? And then they're never gonna, as the brothers say, man, never let a disaster go to waste. So they're gonna take it upon themselves to try to bring in more spirits and, open dimensions, etc., whatever they're doing over there with that thing. All right. So it's a lot of witchcraft going on around this time. It's going to be multiple deaths, a lot of deaths, massive deaths, right? You know, shoot, probably on that day or afterwards or before, okay? Look at what happened in Japan, 6.1 earthquake, right? That was today. So earthquakes in diverse places. I was watching some brothers earlier, and they said it was over 75,000 earthquakes this year alone, right? This year, 75,000. You could say, hey, well, it's always been earthquakes, man. It's always been earthquakes since the beginning of time, bro. You know, you hyping stuff up. No, 75,000 earthquakes since January 1st. No one is hyping anything up. These are the last days of the last days, man. The last days of Esau, Edom's kingdom. This is what it is. If you cannot see it, then that blindfold is over your eyes and it's tight as hell.
The suspect then came downstairs and was holding Jan's softball bat. The suspect called them bitches and asked where the gun was. The girls ran to the corner of the bedroom. He started swinging the bat, striking all the female victims.
After exiting the house, Soto then breaks into 4624 Florence Street by smashing a window. Inside, he attacks Lindsey Craig,
House to
ends
house.
up fighting off the suspect and escaping the residence. Soto continues chasing and attacking Craig towards 2120 Eggleston Road when a Good Samaritan, Keith Farney, steps in.
And Soto began to attack him with a knife, also causing multiple injuries. Soto entered Keith Farney's Jeep in an attempt to steal it. Farney pulled Christian Soto from the Jeep, but again was being attacked with a knife. It was at this time the police arrived and took Soto into custody.
Look at all these. Look at his points, man. Okay? House to house, literally. Okay? Trying to steal in multiple vehicles. Multiple vehicles he used he ran over the postal clerk. He ran dude over. Dude, 25 years on the job, man. 43, I believe he was 43 years old. Got ran over, man, on the job. All right? This man went from house to house, broke up a slumber party with 3 girls, injured a total of 11 people, unalived 4, killed 4, right? You can't call it anything else. All right, let's get this. Psalm 78 and 49. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them. He made a way to his anger. He spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to the pestilence. Okay, and this is speaking of the time of Egypt, but understand that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi can do this anytime, and he has done this many times in the scriptures. Okay, allowing it to happen. Once again, he does evil. He does good. He creates the light. He creates the darkness. It's nothing out of his grasp. If it's happening, it's because of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. It ain't because of, oh man, coincidence. Oh man, it's just by chance. No. It's because of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi at the end of the day. Brothers better wake up. Sisters better wake up. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi still judges, man. All right?
And Mimi, as you know by now, Soto faces 11 counts of a murder and attempted murder, 13 charges in total. And Winnebago County State's Attorney Jay Hanley says that he does expect more charges to come their way in the future. Mimi?
All right,
all right, we can end that one. So you can also add to that Grand Theft Auto, because he stole 2 vehicles in the midst, breaking and entering, right? Trespassing. It's many charges that this dude is gonna get, man. They gotta throw the whole book at him. He killed 4 people and injured 7 others, right? In a murderous rampage, going from house to house. What's the point of this, bro? You just hated the whole neighborhood? All right, these are those spirits created for vengeance, man. Okay, let's get these.
High quality ingredients, no harm.
Once again, more spirits created for vengeance.
Alright, so this is a suggestion via a donation. The name of the video.
Let's get past this dude, man.
Have identified that they're going to be dangerous.
hide under the law.
Gangs made up of undocumented.
Yeah, but you are the law, Mayor. Like, you are the law. Fix it.
So what we about to go into now is more spirits created for vengeance. Migrants coming in here, coming into New York and causing complete chaos. All right. It's been several rings. They got this thing that they do where they take scooters and they go forth and steal purses or cell phones, and they take it back to the head man in charge, basically the dude that's running the whole operation, right? And they can get paid like that, and they're getting that on top of what the government is giving them. All right, so you know, and look, man, coming from a third world country, they have no problem. They see nothing but opportunity, man. Not saying that all of them are wicked, because they're not. All right, some brothers are brought into this country for salvation. Some are brought in here for destruction, right? A lot of them being Israelites. But it's also the highest majority of the people coming in is Moabites, which they're not showing you on the news. Okay, it's Syrians and Assyrians and Russians coming through the border as well. It's a lot of Hamites coming through the border as well that you're not being shown. But what are they showing you most of all? What are you going to see in this video? A lot of Venezuelans, a lot of Israelites at the front of it, right? So let's let it go, and then we get some scriptures.
I think they're going to be dangerous. Hide under the law.
Gangs made up of undocumented immigrants are reportedly increasing in numbers in New York City. Law enforcement officials have expressed concern about the growing presence of these groups and the potential for violence and crime. While the motivations and activities of these gangs remain largely unknown, the possibility of their involvement in organized crime is causing alarm.
He's focused on crime and public safety and the city's ability to collaborate with ICE to address those issues. But speaking with the city council,
New York Mayor Eric Adams is prepared to overturn long-standing sanctuary city policies that have prohibited local law enforcement from working with federal immigration authorities. New York City's...
Wait a minute, about time. Because let's go to Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Understand that this sanctuary city policy, which is also in Chicago, okay, it's in a lot of major cities where these migrants know that they can go and have refuge and stay for a couple of weeks to maybe 2 months, right? Depending on if you have a family or not. So that whole policy right there is nothing but opportunity for destruction. Bringing all these people in, giving them a sanctuary city, but then you're never even taking care of your original population. You got homeless people out here, but you trying to take care of the world. Look at Babylon, man. Her doors are open. Her borders are open. I'm going to get them precepts for you. All right, Amos 3:6, coming from the brother Thabawa Kazak. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall they be evil in the city and Yahawah have not done it? No, exactly. And you know, go to 3:7. He gives his secrets to the prophets, his servants, loosely quoting. So we expecting all of this. This is why brothers are doing videos constantly, going on the corners constantly, and bringing it out, because the blueprint has been given to us, man, and broke down to us by the elders. The blueprint has been given to them by the Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Okay, the Holy Spirit is flowing, right? And the prophets are standing up in their lot in the end times, as it was written in the book of Daniel, and going forth and breaking it down and prophesying it and breaking down the blueprint. Yo, this is gonna happen. All right. Second Esdras 15, and if brother, you get that scripture for me. Men will not be able to go into other cities. Okay. Look at the bridges. And I meant to get a video on that. And we could probably type it up, but look at the bridges. Why was another bridge, the Oklahoma Bridge, damaged today to a point where it's uncrossable? That's what, I think the 5th bridge in a 1 week span? Come on, is that not suspicious? Like that dude say, is that not suspicious? Right? What happens when you take out the bridges? Go back to the movie Batman, man, the one with Bang in it. You know, where he was fighting and it was all snowing. And what did he do? He took out the bridges so nobody could leave Gotham. Right? Pay attention. These movies, right? They show you what they're going to do. They fall over their tongues. They show you what they're going to do. They took out all the bridges so nobody could leave Gotham. You go back to that movie 27 Bridges with the boy that passed away, man. And they was trying to catch somebody. They had to shut down all the bridges of New York. It was 27 bridges. They shut them all down so nobody could leave. Yeah, Khan, thank you. Second Esdras 15 and 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. All right, and 15 and 17, Salaki, I meant to get that one. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And a regular wacky-tacky Christian would read that and be like, well, I could just get in my car and go. Nah, when the bridge is out, you ain't leaving. When the 15-minute cities is established, you not leaving. When FEMA is on the streets, the National Guard is on the streets, the military is on the streets with tanks, with Jeeps, with Humvees, with big, M16s, vests, more ammo than you got, you're not leaving. You're stuck. All right? The only thing that's going to save you, this brother did a video today, man, beautiful video. Your only escape will be Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay? It's not going to be carnal means at that point in time. It don't matter how nice of a car you got, man. You got the newest SUV, 4-wheel drive, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Your only escape is Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All right, I'll get that second Esdras 15:19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. I'm about to let the video go. That's what's happening. They don't have no pity for any of these New Yorkers. These Venezuelan brothers, these Venezuelan guys, man, are coming through an opportunity. That's all they see you as a mark, as a sucker. Boom. All right, he's on his phone. He's not paying attention. Let me come through and snatch it, right? And they targeting people walking by themselves, especially females. That's why you women that don't want men, that say that you don't need a man, all right, your time is coming. All right, let it go.
Laws are designed to protect undocumented immigrants from being detained or deported by federal agencies. They limit how local agencies can participate in these efforts to promote together and promote public safety. The mayor announced that New York City law enforcement would collaborate with federal immigration authorities to remove migrants believed to have committed crimes or who have not yet completed the due process. But
Good. Like, this is the first thing this should have happened in the first place, bro. Right? Like, if you would have set something up and not just allowed a free flow of people in, right? If you would have set something up...
Esau don't work like that, though. Esau don't move off common sense.
To a halt.
Do that.
The problem in the city keeps getting worse as New York City runs out of room to house the incoming migrants, thereby resulting in the building of temporary housing. But his idea was not fully received because the location of the temporary housing is at a bad location. Some migrants finally decided to take advantage of the system and exploit it.
We turn our attention now to the dozens of migrants found living in the basement of a furniture store in Queens.
The store owner told us he allowed 74 men to live in the basement because he wanted to help them.
Inspectors
How much were they paying you, bro?
were called to a 2-story commercial building in the Bronx to look into an illegal conversion. Upon arrival, they discovered that the store had been converted into sleeping quarters, with 45 beds crammed into the first floor and cellar in violation of regulations. Sar, the owner of the stores, was emotional as he expressed his desire to assist other Africans who were seeking help after their 30-day shelter stay ended, because the city had not provided further assistance. He charges over 70 men $300 each month to stay in his crowded makeshift shelter located on the first floor and basement of a furniture store in South Richmond Hill. The 30-day shelter policy was put in place to limit shelter stay by immigrants. After the 30 days...
So he was basically making $21,000 a month. He
A
was
month.
doing this out, listen, he was doing this out of the kindness of his heart. I have an empty building. I'm going to charge you $300 a month. I'm just going to kindly make $21,000 a month on a building that was empty anyway. Okay. Yeah.
Shelter policy. You are on your own.
That's
and the
crazy,
government doesn't
bro.
care about what happens to you. You are expected to reapply for shelter, and it takes up to 150 days to process. This leaves one stranded with no way to go and no job. Guess
What are they like? What is the government supposed to do, bro? It's too many people.
what happens next? Some of them turn to crime.
But was still held due to an arrest warrant in Queens. Police are still looking for the ringleader, 30-year-old Victor Parra from Venezuela. Investigators say Parra would send out messages via WhatsApp, telling the group what to
This is
steal.
organized.
Victor Parra, a 30-year-old
They ain't
man
playing
who
around,
arrived
they
in New York from
organized.
Venezuela, is believed to be the ringleader of a group of thieves who used mopeds to steal
This ain't your
phones and
regular
wallets.
Jake
Parra sends
going
out
forth and just
messages on
stealing
WhatsApp to
off
recruit his
of
accomplices,
you know,
specifying the phone models
vanity.
he needs, and his major targets are new immigrant arrivals. The criminals target women who are walking alone, approaching them from behind to quickly steal their phones or handbags before running away. A scooter thief can make $100, while a phone snatcher can earn anywhere from $300 to $600.
I want to get this. Jeremiah 51 and 12 and 13. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. For Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. O thou that dwelleth upon many waters, that's America, Babylon, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. All right, man, yo, this place is being what? Robbed, spoiled. That's what spoiled means, to be robbed. All right, and it's been done in from the inside out. That's why these wicked laws were created. These wicked decrees were created, right? This place, you can only expect New York City to get worse and worse and worse and worse, because all they've done, they took funding away from the cops where it should have went, and they've put it into things like the subway system, things like providing shelter for the migrants, etc., etc. They haven't put funding where they needed it to go, all right? And it's been done on purpose, man. This place is falling, and it's been strategically done on purpose, man, through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Because his determination is what? To bring this place down, man, and to gather the nations and show his glory. At the end of the day, I get that for you. Jeremiah 49 and 10, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Most definitely. And this is gonna, hey, them Russians are Edomites as well. Those Europeans, they Edomites as well. All right? All of them, all they nations, man, it's over for them. Yeah, Russia is being raised up, and all of them, they're gonna hate the whore. But after they take her out, what's gonna happen to them? They're getting took out, all right? And going into servitude if they do survive. The ones that do survive, going into slavery. Okay? It ain't no salvation for no damn heathens, man. All right?
Stolen phones are taken to Parra's apartment, where a tech expert hacks into them to access the victim's financial and banking apps. These apps are then used to make fraudulent purchases in the United States and Central America. The stolen phones are then sent to Colombia to be wiped. During a search of Parra's home, authorities discovered 22 stolen phones and identification belonging to the victims. 5 individuals have been arrested by investigators. It becomes more scary at it is believed that the people involved in these crimes belong to a very deadly Venezuelan gang called Tren de Aragua.
And guys, keep this in mind. New York City is generally crime infested anyway, right? To a certain extent, obviously, but they're used to a certain type of crime. We are not used to, specifically referring to the United States of America.
All right, we'll end it on, well, I'm going to get one more video and then we'll end it after that. This is armed migrant gang infiltrates New York City. This brother posted this one day ago. He's a reactor, you know, just trying to stay in the loop on certain things. But his page is Mr. Lloyd Reacts. All right, so, you know, and some pretty good brothers that be reacting. The Cash Jordan dude, he stays on top of it, right? And you know, these guys are bringing stuff out, man. And we can, hey, they may not be in the truth, but we can use them in the works they do, man, to bring it to the forefront and bring it to the brothers and sisters in this thing. So I'm going to get one more video. Let's get that history. I need my history to reset. I don't know. 1 second. Nah, I just type it in. CERN. CERN. I found a little quick news clip on CERN. April 8th. Where is it at? What's it? Yeah, this is it. ABC News. ABC News.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Come on, man.
Well, thanks.
Yes, problem. You need Verizon. Get the new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. Only on Verizon.
The sight that you see during totality, it is deeply emotional, and it also fills you with a sense of wonder.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I like to say that partial eclipse might be a 3 or a 4, but seeing a total eclipse on this same scale is a million. It's totally off the charts. There's nothing like it.
Just before totality, the light will rapidly dim, shadows will become sharp. You might see a phenomenon called shadow bands, and then in an instant, it's dark. You'll look up at the sun and see the most amazing sight, the black hole of the moon superimposed against the sun's corona.
And most people get a very visceral reaction to seeing a total eclipse. There's something in the pit of your stomach that says, something is wrong here. This doesn't seem natural. It's so unusual and startling.
Then after about 4 minutes, sadly, the eclipse will come to an end. You'll see the phenomena called a diamond ring, the dazzling interface between totality and sunlight when the tiniest bit of the sun is visible. It's a fairly long eclipse. It's the second longest total solar eclipse in the nation's history since.
Boom. All right. One time, let's get this. Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. All right. And as you can see, we know it's going to last about, I believe, 7 minutes. Okay. But all the heathen are what? They're buying plane tickets. They're going forth. The hotels are already selling out. Okay. In the path. So, you know, between Texas and all these states that is hitting, okay, I believe Ohio, West Virginia, you know, I ain't no expert at the map, but I think that's, you know, all these states that is hitting, okay? So these heathen are leaving wherever they at in the states, and they're flying down here to be in this path. And this thing is only lasting for 7 minutes, man. All right, let's read this one more time. Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith Yahawah, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Okay? This is not the end of the world, man. As the elder brought it out today, Elder Montezabart from South Carolina, right? Brought it out today. This is not the end of the world. People are hyping it, and et cetera, et cetera. Now, this does mean judgment upon this nation. Okay? That's what it does mean. It's Xing out this place, right? Most definitely. But this is not the end. You know what the end is on its way. Okay, I wish I had many things to look out for. All right? But we got some time to go, man. You know, the elder shit, man. The hopefully leadership is trouble. We gotta go through those things. We gotta go through Jacob's trouble. More prophecies have to pass. The seed has to be implemented all around. On the earth, etc., etc. Right? So stay on your watch the east, all praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops, the GMS, that rule well and teach well in sincerity, teach the truth. Shalom to you sincere brothers and sisters, tabernacle day.